the 2K Sports pregame show.
So good to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit its stride. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, it's been a difficult part of the season. Only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. And here in the early going, some teams already fulfilling their potential while others struggling out of the gate. Shaq, how big a deal are these initial outcomes?
Ernie, let me tell you something. I hated losing, period. Didn't matter if it was early, late, whatever. I expected to win every time out.
Well, the reality is of it, you have 82 games. So if you get too high or too low in your little valleys or your peaks, you're going to be in big trouble. But every loss and every win does affect home court advantage if you're a veteran team trying to make the playoffs and trying to win it all. So you're thinking about every loss. If you lose in April, it hurts just as much when you lose in January.
And time now for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
The state capitol building aglow in the night air of Sacramento, California. Greetings, everyone, from Sacramento. The Kings playing host to a Western Conference affair here in the capital of California. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Take a look at the Timberwolves. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
And I think for Minnesota, this has been a terrible way for them to kick off their year. They have to find a way to get back on track soon before this season gets away from them.
Greg, it's really surprising to me to see them fighting just to stay afloat this early in the season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Finley. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Duncan. Then there's Chauncey Billups, and it's Hornacek in at the 2. Now here's Porter. He kicks it to Worthy. Feeds it to Drummond. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
Porter against Billups. Duncan gets a wide open look. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Billups spreading that ball around like butter.
Billups against Porter. Nowitzki a screen. Now here's Porter. Pass to Drummond. Soft touch off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Pass to Duncan. Back to Billups. The feed now to Hornacek. Duncan, a screen. Here's Finley. It's hauled in by Nowitzki.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And that one goes long. To the middle, here's Hornacek. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hornacek's got his first points of the night.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Duncan against Nowitzki. Tries it from 9. Minnesota with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
Now here's Richmond. After Shaquille O'Neal's miss. And he gets it to go.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Finley can't get it to go.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me? Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Kings leading now by 4. Richmond kicks to Nowitzki. Drummond with a screen on Duncan. Porter dishes to Worthy. 5 on the clock. Nowitzki for 3. There's the bucket. Good. Nowitzki's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Porter against Billups. Shaq the screen on Porter. And Billups, here we go. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Porter against Billups. Richmond outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Here's Finley. He's coming off a 19-point game against Golden State.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Drummond a screen. Worthy a screen on Billups. On the wing, Richmond takes the 3. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Timberwolves trail by 5. Finley the pass to Duncan. Here's Shaq. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Here's Porter. The shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that when, I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Richmond, the layup off target.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Finley, defended by Drummond. And he gets the bucket.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner. And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
There before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Fifth best, the Kings.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
Jones checked in for Minnesota. And it's the Kings with the ball, fresh from a win against Portland.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Now here's Jones following the shot by Mitch Richmond. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Kings.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Mutombo comes in for Drummond. And Van Exel subbed in for Porter. The Timberwolves also with the sub. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Michael Finley. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Van Exel kicks to Nowitzki. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Nowitzki's got 5 points so far. Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Outside, Billups. Over in the corner, Warren. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Timberwolves gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Sacramento making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Worthy. And it's Payton in for Richmond. Minnesota also making some changes. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Shaq. And it's Payne in for Chauncey Billups. And so he makes both from the line. The Kings have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Mutombo sets a screen. With the teardrop, Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Outside, Jones. Now the dish to Payne. Passes to Duncan. Shot left block, and the jumper is on the mark.
Yes.
Duncan's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Jones against Payton. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Nowitzki. Here's Van Exel. Kept alive by Sacramento. Mutombo sets a screen. Nowitzki dishes to Powell. Back to Nowitzki. Goes back up. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Nowitzki's got 7.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside, Jones. To the paint. It's stolen by Mutombo. Now, here's Van Exel. Not a lot of room. Mutombo sets a screen. Van Exel kicks to Nowitzki. Shoots from 14. And the rebound goes to Duncan. The Timberwolves trail. Jones with him. His last outing, he had 8 points. He feeds it to Warren. Duncan, the pass to Jones. Screen by Duncan. 5 on the clock. From deep. Jones, no luck. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Shooting just one. Three-point play.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Kicks it to Warren. Screen by Jones. On the wing, Jones. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 6 to shoot. Payne kicks to Jones. Misses off the right iron. Kings leading now by 5. Now Payton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Mutombo sets a screen. Payton dishes to Mutombo. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bring it
sir.
down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now, here's Warren. Outside, Jones. To end the drought. Hits the front of the rim and out. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. Minnesota with the rebound.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
No good from Beasley. And for Sacramento, they're shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Van Exel passes to Powell. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Payton kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Payton. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Now here's Beasley. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Jones kicks to Duncan, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Just 4 to shoot. To halt the run, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And 74%, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And Duncan drops them both. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Payton. Nowitzki outside. Floats one. Got a hand on it. And he gets it back. And that does it for the first quarter. Kings ahead as they wrap up the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
And so here's Sacramento. They've got Drummond. Worthy out there with Mutombo. Then it's Richmond. And it's Porter in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Porter. 9 points last game out. Here's Worthy. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw drops for Worthy. And Minnesota has possession. They trail by 11. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Beasley the screen. Hornacek passes to Finley. It's Beasley on the wing. Money from the wing. Beasley's got his first basket of the night.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Dishes to Mutombo. The pass to Richmond. Offensive rebound. Drummond. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
And both free throws good for Drummond.
What a night so far for Drummond. He's got 8 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also. Just battling hard on every possession.
Now here's Billups. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Clock at 2. Here's Beasley. And the shot is good. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Finley. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game.
James King. That's his second personal foul.
For Minnesota, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Really hasn't come together for them as a group in terms of free throw shooting, just around 70% on the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. Kings leading now by 9. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Worthy a screen on Billups. Here's Richmond. It's blocked by Shaq. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
Kings ball.
Six on the shot clock. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Hornacek. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. Billups has got his 3rd assist on the night. Richmond against Hornacek. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. It's Porter outside. Beasley with the rebound.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Porter against Billups. He dishes it to Beasley. Up again. Tumbo grabs the board. Kings leading now by 7. Porter kicks to Richmond. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Feeds it to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And Porter drops them both.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Timeout call from Minnesota. All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Poked away and stolen by Drummond. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Good on the shot. Richmond's got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Shaq with the screen. Here's Finley. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. He's got 8.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Richmond with the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Beasley. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And the dunk by Worthy.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Billups kicks to Hornacek. Billups goes in. Screen by O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the corner. Kept alive. And he banks in the layup.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Porter against Billups. Drummond the screen. Wide open. Again, Richmond missing.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now, here is Hornacek. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. O'Neal a screen on Worthy. Billups kicks to Shaq. Unloads from 13. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound. Mutombo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Worthy. Pass to Porter. Mutombo is screen on Billups. Porter against Billups. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Kings have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
The first one falls.
Outstanding foul shooting in this game, and that confidence can be infectious. They're taking care of business on the charity stripe.
Duncan, he's checked in for Minnesota. He hits both from the stripe. Timberwolves trail by 11. Outside, Billups. Screened by Duncan. Out to the right wing. From the arc. And Chauncey Billups, good for 3. Billups has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Richmond, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Pass to Finley, shoots the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Drummond's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Richmond. A 32-point game for him in the win against Portland. 5 to shoot. To the wing on the left. Porter outside. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 3rd in rebounding, 9th in blocks, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Tell you what, man, he has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim, and he goes after it. That's why he's one of the best rebounders in the game.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Warren comes in for Michael Finley, and Jones subbed in for Jeff Hornacek. Outside, Jones. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Warren. Timberwolves trail by 11. And here's Jones, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. O'Neal a screen on Payton. Jones dishes to Warren. Here's Duncan. Can't hit from 12. Kings leading now by 11. Powell, the pass to Van Exel. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jones up top. He kicks to Warren. It's stolen by Van Exel. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Van Exel's got 5 points so far. Now here's Jones. Outside, Billups. O'Neal kicks to Jones. Down low, and stolen by Nowitzki. Payton dishes to Nowitzki. Van Exel passes to Powell. Van Exel kicks to Nowitzki. Kings moving the ball around. Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Shot clock at 6. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside Billups. There's the feed to O'Neal. O'Neal a screen on Payton. Jones drives in. Back to O'Neal. In the corner, Billups with it. Duncan with the screen on Nowitzki. Here's Billups. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Nowitzki dishes to Payton. Drummond a screen. Powell the pass to Drummond. Duncan with some nice D.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Billups. He's got 5. Here's Shaq. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. O'Neal's got 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. He also said that he loved their matchups in the low post and told his guys get the ball into the post whenever they can. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Screen by O'Neal. Jones drives in. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Shot is off. Good D by Drummond.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Here now, a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Fifth best, Dirk Nowitzki.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. There's 1:17 left in the first half of the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Duncan with the bucket. Kings leading now by 15. The dish to Powell. Van Exel up top. Just 4 to shoot. Drummond. It's hauled in by Warren. Timberwolves trail by 15. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Payne kicks to O'Neal. Passes it to Payne. Fires top of the key, but they'll get another chance. And good on the basket. Book it. O'Neal's got 6 in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Payton with the ball. He's got 5. Nowitzki left side. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Shooting for Sacramento, Dirk Nowitzki. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Timberwolves making a switch here. And so Nowitzki nails both of them. Payne. Shot is off. That'll do it for the first half. Kings lead by 15. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a fast pace for Sacramento at the outset. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
On defense, they've been all over the place, especially when it comes time to protecting the rim. They struggle in a lot of areas, but they got to toughen up inside. It's a tough matchup for them right now, but that interior presence has to improve if they want to chip away at that deficit.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Mitch Richmond really making a difference here.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Here is Porter. Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. Duncan is out there with Finley. Then it's Jeff Hornacek. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Billups in at the 1.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
He feeds it to Duncan. Here's Finley, defended by Nowitzki. Just 5 on the clock. Finley the pass to Duncan. Drills the leaner. Duncan's got the first basket of the third quarter for Minnesota.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Porter against Billups. Porter kicks to Nowitzki. Takes it off the glass. Nowitzki's got 11 points.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's O'Neal. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Richmond. Here's Worthy. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
James Worthy. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Worthy. Here's Hornacek. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Kicks it to Billups. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Hornacek. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Here's Billups. Mitch Richmond picking up that last basket. Now Billups. He has 5. Duncan with the screen for Billups. Beyond the arc. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Porter dishes to Richmond. And there's the pass to Worthy. Nowitzki outside. Off target with his 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Duncan left side. And the wide open shot from Billups. Another miss by Minnesota. Sacramento leading by 19 points. Here's Worthy, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He was focused on their post play and was pleading with them to try to get the ball into the low post every trip down. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris.
So far in the game for Shaq, he has 9 rebounds, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Sacramento leading by 21. And finished off by Worthy.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
Billups kicks to Finley. Dishes it to Hornacek. Shaq with a screen. Feeds to Duncan. Pass to O'Neal. And that one is hammered home.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Porter passes to Nowitzki. Richmond outside. Inside. Got a piece of it. Richmond against Billups. Finley up top. He dishes it to Duncan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Let's see how the Kings have performed over the last few weeks. 3rd in blocks, 4th in opponent shooting percentage. You know, they also show up in the top 5 in opponent scoring. That's a good number, and that's a good place to be as a team in that statistical category.
And talking about the shot blocking ability, you love that mentality. No shot goes unchallenged around the rim. They make sure of that. You have to earn everything you get on the inside.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
We've seen Tim Duncan getting it done. He has 15 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
And he hasn't been afraid to draw a little bit of contact on his way to the basket. Some guys shy away from that.
That one is no good.
Boy, it's terribly frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Outside, Billups. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Finley. Worthy defending. Shoots it. And he overshot that one, missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Now here's Worthy. He's got 11. The drive by Nowitzki. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Outside Worthy. He kicks it to Richmond. Right wing. Nowitzki with the screen on Hornacek. Here's Porter. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And here comes Billups leading the fast break. Finley the pass to Duncan. Drills the elbow jumper. Duncan's got 17 now.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Nowitzki a screen. Porter dishes to Nowitzki. 11 feet away, and the jumper falls for him. He's got 13.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Well, you know your low post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can drain free throws like this group can. Dirk Nowitzki, number 1.
Yeah, he's got a great rhythm and form at the foul line. Sometimes we don't see that in the big fellas, but he is automatic up there.
Yeah, just call him Mr. Sure Thing. He's developed a really nice, consistent free throw stroke. And it's good to see somebody destroying that myth that big guys can't make their free throws. No hack a Shaq here.
Now here's Billups. He's got 5. Duncan left side. This one for 3. That's good. 11 points in the game.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Van Exel. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. Not enough on that one as it misses. Timberwolves trail by 19. Jumps up. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Worthy kicks to Nowitzki. Jacks up a three, and Van Exel is good for 3. Van Exel's got 10 points.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
Outside, Jones. Finley up top, off the pick. Rebound by Van Exel. Sacramento leading by 20. Nowitzki outside. He trains the quick shot. He's got 15. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jones tries in.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Jones. His last 10 games, he's right around 5 points a night, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. The Kings making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for O'Neal. TJ Warren comes in for Michael Finley. And it's Payne in for Chauncey Billups. He hits the second from the line. Sacramento leading by 21. To the inside. Here's Mutombo. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Jones sets the pick for Beasley. Here's Warren. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 4 on the shot clock. Jones the pass to Beasley. 13 feet away. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Jones kicks to Beasley. Beasley can't get that one to fall. And for Sacramento, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. To the paint, here's Nowitzki in for his 7th make in 13 tries.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Now here's Payne. The feed now to Warren. The dish to Payne. Duncan with a screen on Payton. Here's Payne. They get it back. Duncan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
Second personal foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Andre Drummond's checked in for Nowitzki. And it's Powell in for Richmond. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
You look at the second half, and you can point to missed opportunities, especially at the foul line, as one of the main reasons for this loss, if they go on to do that here.
Drummond, the screen, and the basket by Van Exel.
Shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward.
Now here's Duncan. 17 points in the game. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Beasley the screen. On the wing, Jones, covered by Van Exel. And that one is good by Beasley.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Van Exel kicks to Payton. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Down low, and Drummond throws it down.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
And Minnesota has possession. The Kings getting the bucket. Jones dishes to Beasley. Rebound by Van Exel. Van Exel's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Passes to Van Exel. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter.
Blocking foul, ball run, Tim Duncan. That's his third personal foul, second team foul.
Drummond a screen. Payton kicks to Van Exel. Clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's Minnesota now. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Beasley the screen. Beasley with the screen on Payton. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Payne. That one wide left.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Sacramento ending the third quarter with a massive 16-5 run. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've got Payton. Hands out there with Doug McDermott. Then it's Jeff Withey, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Payne. He feeds it to Chandler. Goes up the baseline. The shot will not go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. And here is Payton to the inside. Withey, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 6th assist on the night.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Payne kicks to McLemore. Beasley the screen, the 3. And Ben McLemore hits from deep.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Payton. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. McDermott kicks to Nance. Rebound, Minnesota. Beasley's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Back to Payton. Six to shoot. With the floater, Chandler with the defensive effort. That is good.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
Bogdanovich is checked in for T.J. Warren.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Bojan Bogdanović.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Chandler. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And here they come. Nice shot by McDermott.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Pull up Jay. It's rebounded by McLemore. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Payne passes to Bogdanovich. It's good from long range.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting. Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Kicks it to Powell. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Puts it up from 12. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McDermott's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Bogdanovich, no luck. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Nance with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. McLemore, no good. Kings shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. And Nance kicks to Powell. Here's Withy, guarded by McLemore. Offensive rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And it's Chandler top of the key. Chandler is screened. Now here's Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Chandler. From deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Chandler with a screen for McLemore. Payne with it. Chandler a screen. The pass to Johnson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Hornacek, he's checked in for Minnesota.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Johnson, no good on that one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Porter. Richmond kicks to Drummond.
Minnesota foul call. Amir Johnson. That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Kings, Andre Drummond. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Drummond. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Shack's checked in for Chandler. Duncan comes in for Amir Johnson. Michael Finley, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Payne. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Hornacek, no luck. The Kings shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Richmond. Good on the 13-footer. Now Billups. He dishes it to Duncan. It's hauled in by the Kings. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Duncan. Porter pulls it in. The Kings shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Nowitzki with the screen on Hornacek. Porter kicks to Nowitzki. Nice work there coming off the screen. Nowitzki's got 10 points here in the second half.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's Finley. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Now here's Porter. It's blocked by Shaq. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Van Exel's checked in for Sacramento.
Van Exel.
And so here's Sacramento. 5 to shoot. Outside Worthy. Launches it. And Shaq pulls it down. O'Neal's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Screen by O'Neal. Hornacek passes to Finley. The fader hits the front of the rim and out. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Richmond no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Duncan with the screen on Van Exel. Billups attacking. Buries it down low. And the Kings shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Nowitzki with the screen on Billups. Van Exel kicks to Drummond. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Billups to the middle. And Shaq with the slam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Billups after the made shot from Andre Drummond. That's good. 19 points for Tim Duncan.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Van Exel dishes to Drummond. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Now, here is Hornacek. Pass to Finley. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
And the Kings making a change here. Powell's checked in. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Powell. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Payton, he's checked in for Richmond. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Payne, he's checked in for Chauncey Billups. That free throw good from Van Exel. The Timberwolves shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. O'Neal, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And so here's Sacramento after the basket by Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Payton drives in, hit his foot, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Nowitzki. Minnesota with the rebound. O'Neal's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Now here's Payne, covered by Payton. Payne can't hit. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And here is Payton. Dishes it to Drummond. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Now here's Payne. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
The Kings making a switch here. Nance is checked in. On the free throw, no good. And for the Kings, they're shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Powell kicks to Payton. Nance outside. Drummond a screen. Nance passes to Drummond. Hornacek with the steal. And they're moving it up.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Sacramento.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And it's always a good feeling to take that second contest after you've dropped the first one to somebody. Just a big win to even things up in their 4-game series against the Timberwolves.
a good win, and a lot went into it. But I just like the showing for Dirk Nowitzki. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Payne kicks to Hornacek. O'Neal a screen on Van Exel. Hornacek outside. Clock at 6. Feeds it to O'Neal. Here's Payne. A three-pointer off the mark.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Now here's Drummond. Back to Payton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Well, Andre Drummond asserted himself in a big way in this game. He is a terrifying presence, and tonight he was fully motivated and engaged. His rebounding on both ends of the court has always been sensational. The man was just a monster in the paint.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.